what I was referring today during the chat of the Discord, how to trade ES or SPX futures with the new learnings I had from this week or the weekend more than anything. First and foremost, the disclaimer, as always, this is not financial advice. This is my own opinion from what I have learned from people like Uncle Ave and Excalibur or the Rat Guy. I mean, yada, yada, yada. You trade on your own and your own risk. This is only my opinion. So moving fast because I see that I only have 15 minutes tops to upload a video. So what I wanted to share first is what you see on my screen is ES 5 minutes chart. You see the purple lines are the levels for ES that I have taken from Adam Mancini's levels. I trade with this every day. I upload and update this every day. All credit for them, in this case for him. The blue ones that you see are the overnight session highs and lows. And why is this important? You will see in a moment. Green candles for me are going up. White candles for me are going down. The two indicators that you see here below are only just to confirm what I am thinking. This one on the top is an RSI that basically uses bands and Bollinger Bands, and it just turns green or red when the trend is going. And the one below is EMAs based on 3 EMAs. That is very simple as well. Green is the shortest term, red is mid, and yellow is the longer one. So when green crosses both, it's going up. When green goes down, then it goes down. It crosses both. If it stays in between, it's chop. So what I did today is what you see here, this candle, this is the open market, Eastern time, 9:30, and this, what you see in here is overnight session. So the first thing when before starting the day, the market in here, what I looked is I looked for the overnight highs and lows. I saw this chop around here, and I saw this high, and I see how this from this high we went to this low, tested twice. This is a clear high, and this is now a clear low set up. Again, I'm around this time already, so I already can see all this trend. I'm not trading here during this time. So the first thing I see is, okay, I want to measure that move from the top here to the bottom here, which is clearly the overnight lows, and it's giving me a 1.26 move to the downside, about 47 points almost on ES. This is important, and I will just explain now why in a little bit. Then the other trend move that I saw was this pump over here. We were on this chop. As soon as it broke, we see how it just pumped. I would like to measure also that move. So I will measure from the bottom to the top in here. And I see that that's a 113, 40, about 42 points probably move total. So by the time I'm here about to start the day, I was tracking how this moved, and I was just tracking one specific contract. In this case, I was being bullish at open, market open. Why? Because this uptrend, as I'm going to explain now, we were on an uptrend and it was not completed yet. So the chances or the possibilities, obviously anything can happen, but possibilities were more positive towards the upside than the downside. I was looking at the SPX 0 down to expiration 3740 call, which was trading at about $440 just before they stopped moving before the market opened. That's about like 10 minutes before. Market open, it dropped a little bit first, so those contracts, important, went down to 320. Didn't get filled. I got a 310, didn't get filled, but it went down to 320. Then you can enter a 320, 330, 340. I just didn't because I got busy at home. But that was the entry for that call. Why I would like to be looking at that? Because I measured here from this bottom to this top, not from this bottom. Maybe I could have, but I don't like to just to measure the chop. I like to measure from the candle that it breaks already. So I was looking at 42 points move. From where? From the same idea in here. We had all this chop in here. I wanted to capture from the candle that it moves and it starts breaking. So I'm gonna be looking for 42 points move from this candle to the upside. we go all the way up here, and then we see here, let's just cut it here, for example, 40, 40 to 25, whatever. We see all this move that clearly it happened again. And I'm going to explain now. Here's your 5 minutes candle to enter the contracts. You could have entered futures around here also after the chop. You would have profited very nicely, over 30 points. If you enter contracts in here, again, what would have been the play? The play would have been, you see that we have this support area and resistance. This zone, really strong, is major, from 3,700 to 3,710. It's clear that we're going to bounce, as we see, we can bounce in there, we can chop in there. So your play would have been entering around 320, that contract, get all the push, it pushed above to test this 300, this 3,710, it pushed it, and then it bounced back to test again the base, the 3,700. You would have taken profits already here when it's testing a major support. That's what smart traders do. They take profits at levels, at targets. Don't try to go for the home runs. No matter what, at this moment, in only 10 minutes trade, or less even 10 minutes, your contracts from 320 were about $560. That's a really nice, over $250 per contract profit in less than 10 minutes. Then if you could have just called it a day, or just waited to see how the day goes. If you say, hey, I don't like to trade market open, I want to see what happens, perfect. Then it tested again to prove how this level was important, and then here we have it. And then it tested and it bounced back again. Contracts in here, the same contract, it went below our first entry. I think it went to 290 or so. Then it went again. It tested, and what happened? What was the difference? We were having these overnight highs, and it already tested those on that test. And we're like, okay, we look at the volume candles. We see that it's going up. Perfect. We could have hold it or take profits, no matter what. These contracts, when it hit the target that we initially had, or at this resistance level of 37.20, these contracts were around 750, if I'm not mistaken, 700, 750. That would have been over $400 profit per contract, over 100% per contract, just following what the ES was and SPX was supposed to do and meant to do. Anything about this is just greed, is just profit that you can say, hey, I got a better exit, I got more money. Perfect. The safe exit was at this level, breaking or testing this resistance here, which also measured exactly with what we were measuring here from earlier in the morning. Then what we can do is, either if you don't want to trade market open or you just want to see how the day goes, we wait. And then we had already this down leg move here already measured for 46 points. We start seeing how it retraces. It starts losing value. The indicators are also telling us, oh, it's going down. We can enter at the loose of the first level that it broke in here, because this clearly is a failed breakout, and then enter around here. What, for how long? We had a measure here, 46 points from the top. So if we go from here and we measure 46 points from here, we go all the way down, and here we are. I did this fast, but you see that exactly the first stop was at that exact same amount. This was your secure profit here target. You are here. You can either take it in here when it's testing this base and enter again for another drop, that it was going to be another 15 points drop, or just go whole run. Then what it happens? It bounces back up again, and then it keeps going down. So why does that? Because usually AS and SPX moves on a two legs moves. So this is first one, little up, first down. First one, little down, like that. So it's just like that. First down, little up, continue down, chop. First up, little down, keep going up. It's the move, and these are the measurements. This is how you can just perfectly, no need to capture the top or the bottom. You can just easily profit, either you're trading futures or you're trading your contracts. You just can capture 10, 15, 20 points moves, which is still very, very good moves and very good profit, and then capture it. I hope that you liked it and you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Also, why I had this indicator, like I said, usually those serve me as confirmation. That's why I said after this flip, I would enter. I see that it's telling me, okay, it's turning red here. The green is going below. This is the candle that I'm going at, either this one or this one at this test. And I still know that I have all this potential room to go down that beautifully it just follows. The same when going to the upside, exactly the same. You can pause the video and just track it. Good luck to everyone. Thank you very much for watching. This is my first time doing a video, so hope you bounce with me.